So the picture that I chose to study was a picture photographed by Gary Winogrand, and the picture was taken place in Los Angeles, California. So this picture shows three kind of main people, and in the bottom right hand corner you can see a disabled man bent over in a wheelchair. He kind of looks like he's in a lot of pain. The next group is a group of three girls or older woman, and they're walking by and their attention is kind of drawn to the disabled man. And then the last one is a little boy in the corner, and his attention is very captivated by the disabled man, and he kind of sits there in mystery wondering like what's going on with him and kind of just thinking about him. So when you're looking at the picture, you can kind of see a bunch of different social classes. And there's three main. In the disabled man in a wheelchair seems to be homeless on the streets. On the other hand, the three ladies who are walking by seem to be of a higher social class. So you can tell this by the high heels they're wearing, the jewelry. They're wearing big belts, have nice purses, and their hair's done. The woman kind of have like a look of disgust on their face when they're looking at the man in a wheelchair. So it kind of shows that they're a little bit prissy. The last one is a little boy sitting on the bench. He seems to be kind of middle class, and he's just very fascinated and thrown off guard by the disabled man. So there are a few compositional elements in the photograph, including the lines, shadows, texture, and depth. So when you first look at the picture, you're first drawn to the bright lines that are reflecting off the sidewalk. This is just the reflection of the sun off the sidewalk, and it kind of just draws your attention. When you follow those lines, it brings you to the location of the Hollywood star that's on the ground, and that kind of gives you a sense of location and a sense of where the picture was being taken. And the shadows in this picture are also very important because when you look at the picture, there's light and dark, which are very contrasting to each other. So in the dark shadows, that's where you see the disabled man and the little boy. And this can kind of have a deeper symbolism for something that the photographer is trying to capture. And then in the light, you see the very wealthy woman walking on the street, and that also can kind of have a deeper meaning. So when you look at the top of the picture, you can see that triangles are formed when different objects and light are hitting each other. So an example of this is when the trees that line the sidewalk and the buildings and then the sky meet. It kind of forms a triangle. So the last thing that I noticed was the depth of the picture. When you're looking at the ladies, it seemed that they are closer to the camera because they're larger. So that kind of means they're walking towards it, and that kind of creates a depth perception. And so throughout all these compositional elements, you can feel the emotion that's going on in the picture. You can also feel the noise and kind of feel the texture of what's going on and the emotion that everyone's feeling in the very moment. Thank you.